Hello everybody and welcome back to FM23 for the Guiseley Youth Academy only save, and diving into the game, it's very exciting. Here come the arrows and they've gone. Right, we're in. I don't know why I do that. I just like editing the videos with those arrows across the as a transition, but there we go. We are top of the Vanarama National League, which is absolutely incredible. 16 games played, 12 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss, 39 points, 26 goal difference, plus goal difference is incredible. If we actually go and have a look at the full stats, you'll see here 42 goals we've scored in 16 games, 16 against, 3 points clear at the top of the table. Just as we get into that, we've just played 16 games because we're going to come back for the 15th league game, but it's happened again. We are in to the FA Cup first round playing League 2 Northampton. So I just want to see if we can go on another cup run. Last time it got us £1.5 million, which we invested straight into youth facilities at the club. I think if we're successful, I'm not expecting us to beat Northampton, but if we're successful this time and have a bit of a cup run, probably not going to invest that money and hope in the chance that if we save it we can go professional if we get promoted. So we'll have to wait and see. Only loss of the season so far is against Chester, who battered us 2-0, which was very, very irritating. But all the results so far have been really good. 2-2 draw with Boston when they were top of the table. A 3-3 draw against Gloucester to open the season was absolutely incredible, where Kazim scored 2 penalties and then missed a penalty, and then John Johnson scored in the 93rd minute to equalise for us, which was good. We've done pretty well in the qualifying round, scoring 9 for the FA Cup and only conceding 1. And yeah, we've been battering a few teams as well. We're getting to the position now where teams at the bottom of the table, we're just battering them, like absolutely battering them. 4-0, 5-1, 4-0. Oh, that was an FA Cup game, sorry. 3-0, 2-0. So yeah, we're playing really well, and it's in no small part to the youth players that have joined the team last season. You can see a few wanted things happening around here now. Tarmy, wanted by Grimsby Town. Harry Jordan, wanted by Notts County and Walsall. Paul Byrne, wanted by Hartlepool and Swindon. So a number of our players now being wanted by Football League clubs, which is a little bit of a problem because when they make a bid, the players generally want to leave. And it has happened for one player, and that is not Malcolm Walters, where is it? It'll come under last year. There we go. Wayne Harper, who was a great central midfielder for us, has moved to Tranmere. £7,500 with a 50% further sell-on clause. So if they sell him, no, it doesn't have to be profit. If they sell him for any money, we get half of it. He's played 7 games for them and is struggling, so I'm not too sure. But his value is 75 to 750k. So he looks like he is going to be a better player than our level. The worry, obviously, is that if Tranmere don't sell him for money, then we're not going to get anything else other than the £7,500 that we got. But there you go. Harper is playing at Tranmere. He has left, and that is a bit of a shame. But I can't remember if we touched on that last time. But Wayne Harper's gone. We've got a few loans that have left as well. Malcolm Waters, Kitsas, and Karuna have all gone out on loan. And I think that was it in terms of people that you need to know about. However, we're getting to the point where, because we don't have an under-21s team, we're starting to release youngsters. So Colby Slooves leaves. He's moved to Banks OD, wherever the hell that is. Probably in Scotland or Ireland, I would imagine. It's in Scotland. Yeah. He's doing well. It sounds like a really crap team in Scotland. Louis Boschel has moved as well. He's got another team for the Howes Owen, but he's injured, so he's stayed around sort of Birmingham area. Sam Belt is still a free agent, so he's got some interest in him from Bury, but no one's gone in for him yet. Stephen Byrne, who was very highly rated, has got another club. Farsley got relegated last year, so you'd think they'll be one of the favourites to come up into the National League North again. But he had 2 appearances for us, 2 assists to 7.3, but just wasn't going to cut it. I mean, if you look at his attributes there, he looks awful compared to what we've already got, so he was released. Charles Suleiman, the non-league Dion Dublin, centre-back, centre-mid, centre-forward, he's been released on a free, and nobody wants him. And now he's, looking all sad and glum with his bald head. But what can you do? Lucas Hill, another one who had a few appearances for us throughout the seasons, but is still without a club, and no one's picked him up either. And then Paul McGovern, a very highly rated goalkeeper, but yeah, he wasn't progressing at a level that we needed. Never made an appearance for us. Still on a free transfer. No one's taking a punt on him. And then it's the old folk that we released last time. Luke Dean and Nathaniel Cross the time before that. Ross Daly, Ethan Vaughan and Lewis Gardner before that. And Donald Chimalio, who we never actually got a chance to play when we were at this club. But what we're going to do is put all these players on a short list and then go through that short list and hopefully be able to keep an eye on where they go. I don't think any of these players are going to amount to anything. So we'll see how it goes. But we will be doing that. So thank you for the recommendation of that in the comments on the last episode. And if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like, subscribe, come along. At the time of recording, we're about 40 people away from 7,000 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome. So if we can just nudge over that next 40 people, get that 7,000. So if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please do. But other requests we had, look at the finances. Again, here they are. 42,000 in the bank. We spent, like 1.4 million or whatever it was on our youth facilities, which are now done, which leads me into the next request of what are the facilities. So club info is where it is, facilities there. And there they are. So corporate facilities, basic, training facilities, adequate, and youth facilities, average youth facilities. Youth level of 3, and we have a new stadium sponsor, 11.56k a year until 2031, which is absolutely awesome. We have junior coaching of exceptional academy coaching, which is really, really good now. And youth recruitment is fairly basic. That's the thing we keep trying to push the board to upgrade, but so far they're not. And that is because the board, who are now, not Martin Taylor's director of football, that's not who I wanted. The board, there we go. Jack Smith is our new chairperson, having bought the club towards the end of last season, sort of in the summer. And yeah, it's interesting because he bought the club with debt. It's very non-league Man United-esque. So if we have a look in here, we now have a bank loan of £30,000, of which we have £28,500 left to pay, and we're paying £500 a month, which is a bit annoying because we didn't have any debt before, and now he's come in, bought the club, and has bought debt with him. Very irritating. But, yeah. Anyway, we're going in today's game to go and play Northampton. If there's anything... Oh, the other thing that people have been talking about, mentoring groups. There they are. I've set them up. We have our experienced players in. So team leader for Adam Hoare. Fairly determined. We're trying to change these guys' personalities. We've got highly influential Callum Chippendale, who's fairly determined, trying to change these personalities a bit. Kazim's here, highly influential. He's balanced. We're trying to change these guys' personalities. We've got George Smith as the team leader in here. He's balanced, trying to change these, although fairly determined. I'm not too upset with that. And then the goalkeepers are all together because Carl Trineri is balanced, Victor Havetti is also balanced, and Scott Lloyd's a mercenary, which I want to change, but I feel like having all the goalkeepers together is probably beneficial anyway as a little mentoring group. So that is our mentoring groups. I think I've gone through everything in terms of requests in the comment section. If you want to see anything, let me know down below, but I'm going to go and pick the squad and we'll be back for the game against Northampton. Okay, so we're going for our strongest sort of lineup. I think it's our strongest lineup. If you look at the star ratings, it's probably not. I would think someone like O'Keefe would probably start, as would potentially Ben Fitton, even though his stars aren't good. This youngster has come in and really performing above his attributes. 7.285 goals, 13 appearances in the league for Ben Fitton. But we're going with this, which is a little bit of a mix of last year and this year. So Trineri in goal, Jordan Byrne, Knight, Smith at the back, Salt and Adams in midfield, Kazim Hoare, who now sits behind Johnson, is in a very good partnership this, and Tarmi on the left. Again, Shane Tarmi being probably our player of the season so far in the first 15-16 games, but Danny Adams I think is worthy of a shout out because he has been, again, he played the physicals. I think is what makes the difference. The physicals, the teamwork, the work rate. He plays so much better than his attributes. He's carrying on from where he had his handful of appearances last season. 2 assists, 2 goals and 11 appearances in the league. But this is a step up for them. We're going to go and play League 2 Northampton. It's going to be an interesting game. But yeah, missing out Chippendale. Havetzi has now been trumped by Scott Lloyd as our backup goalkeeper. So that's an interesting scenario we've got at the moment. The Australian Driscoll. Sorry, Aussie fans. But Driscoll is really not pushing onto the levels that I would have hoped, but you never know. We're not going to give up on him yet. Vorhurst as well, who you remember I was so excited about him coming through, but he's sort of tailed off a little bit now as well. Mayumba is there as a youth backup left back. He's doing okay. He's pretty rubbish, but he steps in and does okay. But and Chippendale misses out as well, who obviously last year was phenomenal for us, and this year 2 appearances in the league, 1 assist, and he's becoming a bit part player. He really is, but. Yeah, it shows the direction this club is going and the direction of the save. But for now, let's go and play Northampton Town. Right then, let's go and tell the guys. I think we are... The pressure is all on them. We're away, so I don't want to say about the fans. I can't imagine we've travelled in huge numbers. Go and cause an upset. Yeah, let's go and say that, and then we'll point the finger and tell everybody that we have faith in them. It's changed a couple of things around. Everybody seems motivated or inspired, which is good. So into the match preview, of which I have been playing on 2D again to make sure that's work. Okay, so for a 4-4-2, it's exploitable. A 4-4-2, it is definitely exploitable. I'm worried. Look at that form. 5 wins from 5 in the last 5 games is awesome. Now, the key to remember is that when we played Gillingham last season, they were on horrendous form and had horrendous morale. Right now, I don't think Northampton Town are in that much bad form or that bad morale. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this game unfolds. I'm a little bit concerned about their 2 strikers against our 2 centre-backs because we are still pushing our full-backs on quite far. In fact, what I'm going to do, just to try and counter that straight away, is go, I think, deep line playmaker on defence. Try and keep this box of defensive numbers, just because we are going to push the fullbacks on. I don't want to change how we play that. We are going to change to balanced pretty quickly though. Yeah, because I feel like we can exploit the middle. They're going to have 2, we should have 3. That should open up some space for us, and we may focus passing down the middle if we think we're going to get an overload in the middle, because that is obviously so beneficial. But Byrne does well to intercept there. Hoare gets it in the middle. Smith. Yeah, that's the problem. With the inside forwards we're playing, Smith and Jordan on that side are going to be a little bit awkward on a one-on-one situation against better players. But Jordan's gone for a big hook in, and Sharman Lowe, which is a great name. I nearly called him Sharman Love. Sharman Lowe does very well. Hoare into Kazim. There's the overlap though. See, that's where we need to get the ball out quicker. Kazim into Hoare. Hoare through. Johnson's offside. I could tell you that. Miles off. That one, John Johnson, that's never going to go in. So 20 minutes gone. We're doing okay. You can see they're playing one of their central midfielders, number 17. This guy is so much deeper than the other one. And it's McWilliam. So I'm going to assume he may be a ball winner because he pressed as soon as we got into that space. But a pair's in behind. A pair shoots. It's a good block from Byrne, who is undoubtedly our best centre-back at the club. If we hold on to him, it's going to be a miracle. Pinnock with the corner, swings it in. Samuels can't quite get there. Byrne is the one that headed it away. Morgan with a shot from range. It's not the best. Goes past the post. But yeah, I feel like you can... I'll pause it in a minute so we can do a bit of analysis. Because I know some of you like the analysis of the tactics and stuff like that. So we'll go through that. Trineri, oh my word, why has he saved that with his foot? I don't quite know why he didn't just catch it. But he kept it out, and that's the main thing. I will get that analysis page up in a minute. Trineri, it's wide, it's crap as a kick as Northampton are now coming into this a little bit more. Lecco down the right hand side, deflected. Smith keeps it in, and now Salt will pick it up into Adams as the playmaker. He goes up towards Johnson, who just completely switched off and just was like staring at the bench as if waiting for instructions from me about what to do, and my instructions would have been go and get the ball, and he's given a penalty. Their guy was literally just running through on goal. Ref's given a penalty for the tackle from Jordan where it looked like he got the ball. We've got 2 players in the box, so it should be retaken, and Lecco scores past Trineri. Jonathan Lecco. I rarely recognise that name. Did he play in the Premier League? Jonathan Lecco. I think he did. I want to say he was a youngster at a Premier League club. Lecco, Trineri went the right way, but disappointing. Okay. We are going to try and focus down the middle for a little bit. See if we can get this trio on the ball and outnumber their 2 central midfielders. So we'll confirm that change. So yeah, look, you can see how much deeper number 17's playing. I'm sort of wondering if we get... I don't want to press too high because I feel like that gives their 2 strikers a real go. We may change to a 4-1-2-3, have 1 holding midfielder to help out the defenders and then 2 more attacking central midfielders. But let's see just how that change for attacking down the middle goes. I mean, we haven't done anything in this game, so let's go to positive and just see if we can actually create some chances. Jordan with the ball in, Platt heads it away. Tarmi's there. The other thing we could do is match up in a 4-4-2, but we haven't played that all season, so I don't really want to at the moment. As Tarmi robs the defender, he gets it back off him though. Up to Lecco, the goal scorer. He's picked out Tavares, who got in behind Smith, who had pushed on. Back it goes to McWilliams. Back to Tavares again. Smith covers well. Knight. His deflection hits his teammate. Lecco picks it up. Cross in towards the back post. Pinnock's going to get there. Keeps it alive into Samuels. Samuels cuts it back. Morgan dinks it in. Lecco with a header. Trineri with a good catch. 10 minutes till half time. I'm just trying to look at performances wise. Yeah, we're not getting our wingers in the game. Les Knight, Harry Jordan all playing pretty poorly. And John Johnson up top as well, having a bit of a shocker. As Johnson, we tried to pass it off, couldn't quite get it to work. Kazim loses the ball. Morgan into Pinnock. Apierre. Ball through to Tavares, who split the full-back and the centre-back. Dinks it over Trineri and Fabio Tavares, who sounds like... I mean, that is a very fruity strike force, isn't it? It sounds far too exotic to be down in League 2. Apierre and Tavares, unbelievable. Lovely pass through to him, to be fair. But 2-0 looks like we're going to be going in at half-time. It is now half-time, so 2-0 down. That little believe up there as well. Is that a nod to Ted Lasso and AFC Richmond? I think it might be, that little believe sign up there. Nice touch. I've never noticed that before. Look, I want a much better display in the second half. I want a much better display. I'm thinking potentially this. We can have... Hoare can go up front. My mouse has been playing up, so apologies if I have some odd movements here and there. That looks like I'm doing strange things. I think Adams will go box to box. Salt can sit as the anchor. Johnson will come off for a central midfielder, which we want to be a bit more attacking. So we'll bring on Ben Fitton, and we're actually just going to go central midfielder on attack. Adams, yeah, let's go ball winning midfielder on support. Try and get him chasing the ball. Use that energy he's got. That'll do for now. I think Kazim's not far from being pulled off for maybe Tony Hogan or McFadden. I always get his name wrong. And then, yeah, I mean, O'Keefe's been playing up front in a couple of games, so he could come on as well. Harry Jordan at right back's not playing brilliantly. Topless Burrow is on the bench. Yeah, we just need a better performance. So let's see if the 4-1-2-3 can give it a go. Ben Fitton comes on. He will want to play more attacking. The other thing we can do is just go 4-2-3-1, but push the two holding midfielders we had into central midfield. But you can see they are playing generally much better than us, which is a little bit irritating. But we need to make a difference. Kazim wins the ball from Pinnock. In it goes to Fitton. Over the top into Hoare. That's more like what we wanted. Adam Hoare. He was just a bit slow, wasn't he, in getting going there. Adam Hoare. Maybe a bit more pace up front could be what could be needed, and that is Matt O'Keefe that would bring that. Smith with a corner. Swings this one in too close to Sharman Love, though. No one pressuring the goalkeeper at all. More positive start, but not really making a difference. Lecco is robbed by Tarmi very well. Tarmi lays it back into Adams. Ball back through to Tarmi on that left-hand side. Tarmi just holds it up. We're getting men forward, which is good to see. Smith, Adams. Ball in. Fitton! Yes! Come on! 2-1. Ben Fitton, the substitute. That's what we wanted from the central midfielder on attack, to get into the box like that. And Adams, the youngster, picks him out. It's youngster to youngster. Well, it's Tarmi, youngster, into Smith, club captain, old guy. Back to Tarmi, into Adams, over the ball, over the top into Fitton. Lovely left-footed volley past the keeper. 2-1. We are not out of this game yet. We are in with a shout. And I think we're going to make our final two subs, bring on two more youngsters. And Matt O'Keefe, that's my mouse playing up. Matt O'Keefe is going to come in up front for Hoare. And McFadden is going to come in for Kazim on that right side. We could have gone Tony Hogan. Very rough. Played a couple of games for us. His physicals look pretty decent. He is quick. He's very, very quick. McFadden, not as quick. I think we go for pace, actually. I think Tony Hogan, the youngster, is going to come on and bring his pace. And that is what we want to happen. 2-1 down. Let's give him a bit more encouragement. It's been a good fight back in this second half with the change of shape, and what we've been doing. A long ball into space, which is rubbish, to be honest. Absolutely rubbish. Sharman Lowe collects it easily. He goes long with his kick, looking over the top. It's a bit laggy, isn't it? The game looks to be... I might need to update my drivers. Oh my God. Matt O'Keefe. He's robbed him. O'Keefe. Oh, it's a terrible finish. The youngster. Just come on. It could have been wonderful for him. Trineri goes long. Platt wins the header. Adams wins it up towards O'Keefe, who spins behind. O'Keefe spins his man. Shot from range. No, you need to be laying that off into Fitton, who had made a good run there. But it's all Guiseley now. Byrne. Back to Jordan. Hogan. Into Fitton. Round the corner. O'Keefe, he's in again. O'Keefe! Oh, it's another terrible finish from the youngster. Oh, come on. 20 minutes to go. We've had 7 shots. Only 2 on target. Is a dreadful ratio. But, 10 minutes to go. Tavares with a free kick. Swings it in. Knight heads it away. Tarmi can't get there. Smith puts his foot through it. And, brace it then. O'Keefe has robbed him again. And, come on, O'Keefe. You've done well since coming on. You're just wasting your chances. Over the top. O'Keefe flicks it on. Nobody there. Tomlinson can pick this one up. Let's zoom into the action a little bit. Make it a bit more, interesting. O'Reilly. Not interesting. That's not the word I wanted. I wanted it intense is the word I was looking for. And that's a good header. O'Keefe robs Morgan. O'Keefe comes forward with it. He keeps going, O'Keefe. Don't shoot from range. Oh, my word. I thought it was in. It's clipped the top of the netting. It's been a fantastic second half. We're going to go attacking because we need to go and get a goal. Do we say work the ball into the box and try and stop O'Keefe from shooting from range? But with 5 minutes to go, it might all be a little bit too much to ask for. But we've played so much better in the second half. Northampton Town, I think, are just going to hold on. They are. Oh, maybe they're not. A corner. It's the last kick of the game. Smith with a corner. Swings it in towards the back post. It's headed away. And that is full time. There's no huge FA Cup run, but it's very spirited second half. The changes we made really got us back into the game. If you think after this period, which that was a penalty, they've really created nothing. They've created absolutely nothing. So if you took that from the second half onwards, we'd be all over them in terms of XG. Which all I do with XG is that I just assimilate it to mean the chances you've created and how well you've been playing in the game. Not necessarily whether you should have won the game or not. I just like to look at it in terms of chances created. You did do yourself proud. All the players did themselves proud. I'm very happy with what they've done there. But the FA Cup run isn't going to be the same as last year, unfortunately. We get knocked out in the first round, so we make a little bit of money from that. Yeah, not too bad, to be honest. I mean, it does allow us to focus on the league, and we are doing very well in the league. 3 points clear of Boston United. We're ahead of Chester, who are the only team that's beaten us this year so far. Blythe are up there as well, which is good for them. Kidderminster Harriers, Alfreton Town, South Shields up there again. Down the other end of the table, Hereford, Chelmsford City, Bradford PA and Stalebridge Celtic all struggling. And we've got a number of those clubs still to play in this early part of the season, which is awesome. Right. That'll be the end of the episode. It might be a little bit shorter, actually. I'm not too sure. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for the next episode, which will be the next youth intake day in this. I'm really happy that you guys are loving the series. I'm loving the series. All your comments have been so good and positive with advice, constructive feedback, and general praise for the series. And I'm really enjoying doing it as well. And I hope that comes across. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.